Yo, what is good? What is good? What is good? How is everybody doing? How is everybody doing, man? How's everybody doing? I hope everybody's at home now. Should be off work, all that good stuff, man. Hopefully everybody is now able to relax, kick back, enjoy the rest of the night before we do it all again in the morning. So guess what? While we all do that, I have to bring some Raider content for you guys, man, and I'm excited about this one because I want to know what you guys think is the Raiders' biggest team needs. I know certain positions, people, and we're not talking about quarterback, okay? No quarterback, no talking about quarterback. When we're talking about team needs, talking about other positions, corner, defense, tackle, all that kind of stuff, not quarterback. So nobody bring up DC, man. Nobody bring up DC. But you already know. Shout out to everybody already in here. We got Renato. He says, "What's up? What's up, Andy? Hope you're having a good day." Same goes to you, my guy. Hope you are having a great day. As a matter of fact. We got Jesse in here. He says, Raiders all day, baby. What's good with you? And yes, of course, let the fun begin. Hey, for those of you guys who don't know, man, free agency is less than what 3.5 weeks. I am all for it, man. I am all freaking for it, man. It is less than 3.5 weeks away before that free agency opens, man, and I cannot wait. I think the franchise tag period closes this week, if not very, very soon, next week. So that's also something to look out. And I'm also going to talk about that in just a second. Shout out to my guy AD. He was in the chat. Jesse already dropping his biggest team needs. My guy Buddha, what's up? SJ, what's good? Renato again. Benjamin, what's up? EC, my guy, what's good with you, my man? We got DeMarcus in here. What's good? O-line, D-line. I can get down with that. You feel me? It all gets down in the trenches. It all starts there. Starts there and ends there. You feel me? What's good, Andy? What's good? Gravy Top. Hey, I should have followed you back. I know you followed me yesterday. A lot of people were I was trying to get back to as many people on Instagram, so I think I should have followed you back. And shout out to you, my boy. We got Bearded Goon in here. Says, "What's good, Andy? What's good with you, my guy?" We got Jesse again. My boy Jesse spamming the comments. I appreciate you, man. DC is our QB. Yes, yeah, facts. We got DeMarcus in here. Dope fitted. A's coming to Vegas. Oh man, I don't want that, man. Man, Oakland needs to know how to retain some people, some teams, man. We got TV in here. He says, "What?" We also got Eric. He says, "What player would you want in the draft?" Look, man, a player that started to grow on me, but I know we're not going to get him is Andrew Booth Jr. Andrew Booth Jr. I know he's not going to be available. That man's probably going top 15, top 10. He's a baller though, but I feel like he fits more of a zone scheme. He fits more of a zone scheme. But I would love that one though. My guy SC was good with you, my man. We got Ruben in here. But look, let's get into it, man. Let's get into it. It's good. We'll start right now. Look, I wanted to bring this to you guys because I really wanted to talk to you guys about our team needs and specifically outside the quarterback position, okay? Because I don't think that the quarterback position is a huge need. Of course, if you can upgrade, but let's talk about other positions, you feel me? And personally, somebody already said it, man. O-line, D-line. It starts in the trenches, man, and I feel like that's where you need to build. That's where New England, and I talk about New England because we have McDaniels as our head coach, Ziegler as our guy that's going to be managing the roster. But look, when you look at New England's history, they build through the trenches, they build through the center of the field. Probably why they're going to let a guy like J.C. Jackson go this offseason. They're going to let him walk. But look, you got to find a left guard. You got to find the right tackle. You got to find a three technique on defensive line. And you got to find a true nose. You got your two outside guys. You got your two edge rushers. But you need to find a true nose and a true three tech, possibly even two when you're in that base defense. But I think Cleveland Farrell could fill in the other one. You feel me? But look, my guy, Wasted. Did you watch Graph's live with Scout earlier? I did. I turned it off as soon as Scout said that Brian Asamoah was his 16th linebacker in the draft. Turn that shit off. No, I'm playing. Yeah, I watched a little bit more, but I was at work. I couldn't watch it all. But He said, my boy Wasted. He says, Andy, what up? Hey, if you free, the link is in the group chat. You feel me? Andy, do you think we signed Trent Brown? I feel like it's a big possibility, but at the same time, I understand Trent Brown has a lot of history with Carmen Brasillo, has a lot of history with New England, has a lot of history with Ziegler, all that kind of good stuff, right? But the biggest history that he has with the Raiders organization is he almost fucking died. I don't think he'll come back. I mean, like, it all sounds good, but at the end of the day, do I think he'll actually be a Raider? Probably not for that fact. I wouldn't want to go back to no place that I almost died at. You feel me? Unless I'm one risky motherfucker about it. No, I'm good. I'm good off that. Let's see. My boy says, "What's up, Andy? What's good with you, my man?" Redder Alex, what's up? Good, man. We got a lot of people already in here, man. We got SC Ruben. He says, I had a video idea I've been putting on y'all's channels. You guys do offense focus free agency, then do a defensive mock draft, then do the opposite with a defense free agency and an offensive mock draft. That's a pretty good idea, but the only problem with that is it's kind of tough because kind of like what happened when I did the mock draft battle on Wasted's Live. I feel like we will end up just picking the same people because we're all going to be picking for the same needs. We're all going to be picking for the team. So it's like it's kind of tough. It's kind of tough. Lamar Asamoah 17th. Hell no, he's not the 17th ranked linebacker. You're tripping, bro. You're tripping. Red, what's up in the chat? He's hold on. We got Eric. He says, yo, you guys are doing a great job. Keep up the good work. Appreciate you, man. Y'all just keep supporting. We're gonna keep pumping it out for you. Simple as that. Simple as that. Andy, check out DJ Jones from the 49ers. Is he a defensive lineman? I think I heard that name before. Yo, Andy, what do you think about DJ Jones from the 49ers? Possible defensive tackle we could target for cheap, and he's only 26? Huh. I I remember the name, man. I remember the name, man. I'll look it up. I'll look it up. We got CT, my guy. What's good with you, my boy? Thomas in the chat. He says, "What's up? What's good with you?" AD again. I think after the combine, we should be able to see where certain guys will fall and rise. Absolutely, absolutely. My guy Wasted, man. Why are you doing that? Why are you doing that? You could just pull up. You could just pull up. Wasted didn't told y'all build from the inside out. Hey, man, that's the way New England's been doing things. That's the way I feel like it should be done. It starts and ends in the trenches. Why did Joe Burrow lose that goddamn Super Bowl? I'll wait. Um, Damn, that A's hat got me in my feelings over baseball, looking like a delayed season. I love my Raiders, but baseball is my life. Hey, man, that's crazy because I don't even fuck with baseball at all. I'm pounding for the table for Asamoah. You and me both. You and me both. Do I think we draft an offensive tackle, which are offense or defense? I think that defensive tackle is such a big need for this team. You have to address it in either round one or round two. Because I honestly agree that after, well, obviously you got Jordan Davis, you obviously got Perion Winfrey, and you got Travis Jones. I feel like the drop off after that is big. I feel like the drop off after that is big. So I feel like you had to address the defensive tackle position, whether it's your 3 tech, whether it's your nose tackle, or whether it's both. You have to address it around round 1 and 2. Wide receiver is a need that you can delay into the 3rd round. Linebacker, if certain guys are falling, you can address in the 2nd to 3rd round. But I feel like I honestly feel like defensive tackle is a position that needs to be addressed in the 1st and 2nd round. You meant offensive tackle? Look, I feel like offensive tackle, there's guys. I like Abraham Lucas. I like Myron Cunningham. Those are middle round guys. Those are day 2 guys, round 3 possibly. I think the tackle, regardless of where they're projected, I think a run on tackle will go much higher than we think. Some people may look at these mock draft simulators and be like, oh, well, he's the 90th ranked player. You would look at that and that's a 3rd round guy, but It only takes one run on a certain position group for everything for the board to just slide. But offensive tackle, I feel like could definitely be addressed day two. My guy read it. We got Wasey says I'm in the gym for the first time in 4 months trying to get back right. Hey man, get right then, brother. Andy, what do you think about a running back with stats 1369 TDs from Kansas, Chris Rodriguez Jr.? Check him out. He's going to be undrafted. Interesting. Interesting. What's the competition he played in? What up, Andy? What's good with you, Jesse? What's up? What's good? Cordell Volson is a sleeper for me. Look, man. Let's just put it out there. We got cornerback, defensive tackle, offensive guard, and offensive tackle, safety, depending on who you ask, wide receiver, and linebacker. So that's six. Those are the six Raiders' needs. Now, of course, you can most likely fill the cornerback one in free agency. You can most likely help the wide receiver one in free agency. You can possibly fulfill offensive tackle in free agency. So you then go into the draft with 3 to 4 absolute needs before you can draft best player available. Now, personally, I feel like you go into the draft with your cornerback addressed. I feel like you go into the draft with your safety addressed to an extent, whether that means getting a Justin Reed, somebody kind of under the radar that won't really demand too much money. I see Waste in the chat. There's Jordan Whitehead out there, a little bit under the radar guy, may not really demand too much money. And with Jacksonville, right now, Jacksonville has still not put the franchise tag on Cam Robinson, right tackle, for Jacksonville. Now with this franchise tag period coming to a close, man, I would really look at a guy like Cam Robinson. He's much, much younger than a guy like Morgan Moses, moves better in space than Morgan Moses, but Morgan Moses is that vet. He can help develop a guy like Alex Leatherwood next to him a little bit better. Alex Leatherwood have that OG next to him, but Cam Robinson is a guy that you should possibly look into in free agency if he does not get the tag in these next couple days. So really, 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 we need to go into the draft with the most defensive tackle, linebacker, and receiver, like as still a question mark. And the reason why I say wide receiver is because you can go out and get a Brandon Cooks, but he's 28. So he's not your future. You can go out and get an Allen Robinson, but he's 28. He's not your future. The only one in free agency that you can get right now that would be your future would be Devontae, but that's a little bit tough because of how steep the money is for his asking price. And also Chris Godwin. I mean, he's 26. He could be a part of your future. But in the draft, you really want to go out and get somebody that'll be a part of the future of this organization. That's what I feel like we should do. Yo, Andy, are you going live during the combine? When is the combine? That completely went over my head. When is the combine? There's a right tackle from the Giants, Nate Soldier. He used to play for the Patriots. Well, see, that's a name that I know. Who brought it up? Wasted. My guy Wasted brought it up on one of his lives. I believe they moved his position from either left to right to left. And my guy Wasted apparently believes that there's a last chance you in him, Give him that last shot. Possibly he could do some work. But, March 3rd. What? March 3rd is next month? Wait. The combine happens before free agency? What the fuck? The right tackle from the Giants, yeah. Let's see. So we need everything other than QB and a tight end. Well, EC, we need a corner opposite of Trayvon Mullen. Trayvon Mullen, I believe he can emerge into a good cornerback in this new system next week on Tuesday. Hold on. Next week on Tuesday. So this Tuesday? This Tuesday? Nah, I'm not gonna be live, bro. I'm gonna be at work. Damn, that sucks. I'm gonna be at work, but no, I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be able to go live. I definitely have a live the second I get home, though. But yeah, my boy Greg says, Andy, was good with you, Greg. Who's gonna run the fastest 40 this year? Shoot, I don't even know. We don't really have a top speedster that's like super well known. Mullen is a number 2 at best. Raider takeover. I agree, but we have to look at it this way as well, because I do agree with he's a number 2, but not a number 2 at best. I agree that he will be going into this season as the number 2 corner, whether that's because we bring in a a Dante Jackson, a Stephon Gilmore, a J.C. Jackson. I believe he will be the number 2 corner, but I don't believe that he is a number 2 corner at best. I feel like when you really look at the times that Paul Guenther was able to put him in the right spot when he was in man-on-man coverage, he excelled. He excelled. You know, he really flashed. I always refer back to this, and I know some people may think it's annoying, but truly it's the only sample size that we have of Trayvon Mullen when he's used correctly, and that's back in 2020, first 6 weeks of the NFL regular season, and that's when Paul Guenther ran a lot of press man coverage. And I always say this, man, you got the likes of Jalen Ramsey, Jair Alexander, Marshawn Lattimore, all these guys, right? Trayvon Mullen ranked number 1 in the NFL in pass man coverage for the first month and a half of the regular season. And that's the only part of the season that he was actually used correctly. So, do I think he's a number 2 corner? Yes. To start the season, yes. Do I think that at best he could be a number 1 corner? I do think so. I do think so. But you would truly have to play to his strengths. And with a guy like Patrick Graham that is known to be able to do that, whether it's running a man match on Mullen's side and a quarters look on the other side to help another guy out, well, guess what? Patrick Graham is known to do that kind of stuff. But I agree. He's a number 2. Could, in my opinion, become a number 1. Well, every Raider fan is saying that Burks is fast. He's definitely fast. I wouldn't say that he's going to run the fastest 40 in the combine, though. Is trading Waller a possibility, or is Wasted tweaking? Nah, my dog Waste is not tweaking. I wouldn't say that it's always a possibility. Always a possibility. Especially when you look at his contract, it's extremely team friendly for a superstar. He's a superstar. $7 million for a guy. I don't think besides Hunter Renfrow, there's not many guys in this league that are putting up 1,000 yards with getting paid $7 million a year. It doesn't add up. But what I will say, is it a possibility? Absolutely, man. Absolutely. Especially when you have a whole new coaching staff, a whole new regime. We saw it last time. But do I think it will happen? No. I think he'll be with the Raiders. I don't think it'll happen. Studying McDaniel's system, you'll see that no receiver has ever had 1,000 yards in it. So I don't believe a number 1 receiver is exactly what is needed. We have Waller, which will be our Gronkowski. Well, check this out, Christopher. When Brandon Cooks was with the Patriots, he had 1,000 yards. When they went to the Super Bowl, he had 1,000 yards in the regular season. So he has had 1,000 yards receivers. Fast 40s usually go to track guys. So much of it is technique, not football speed, or you're just the fastest linebacker, something quirky. Yeah, I agree. Those guys, I mean, there's literal facilities for the combine that teach you just how to run the fastest 40. Mullen's techniques are awful. He literally lost the game against Miami a few years back. Well, that was in a cover 2. Yes, I agree that in that game he should have recognized that It's a cover two. They got to go deep. No point in covering the flats and going over the top. I agree with you on that, Raider takeover. And to your point, I will also add that Trayvon Mullen, the second he gets maybe a step or a yard of separation, he begins to get handsy. But the reason why he does that is because he's been used incorrectly. He's been used in a zone scheme and he has man coverage tendencies. You have to put him in a man on man scheme or a man predominant scheme or a coach that's going to allow him to use his full arsenal in order for him to succeed. But yes, I agree. His play recognition on that page, on that play was awful. I agree. And like I said, to your point, I do believe he gets a little bit handsy. But I truly do believe that that's just because he's a coverage corner, that when you put him in man on man in that same situation, if he was in man on man, he would have had to be running with that player all the way down the field, right? But since he was in zone, he had to read, then react. You feel me on that? But I think Mullen could definitely be a good player, especially with Patrick Graham, that can scheme to his players' strengths. That's what I feel. Um, let's see. Facts, let him play press man coverage. That's where he excels in. He also got to stay healthy. That's also a fact, Raider Alex. That's also a fact. But I will say this: Mullen doesn't have many interceptions this year or in his career. I think he has one against New York. Obviously, he had the one against Pittsburgh. But who has the better year, Mullen or Abram? Mm. Well, here's the thing. I feel like they both have a very large room for improvement. So I feel like they both can really improve a lot this year. But if you're asking me who has the better year, I'd say Abram, because this league is, literally made and designed against cornerbacks. You feel me? Like a cornerback can't really do anything but before it's a flag. So I'd have to say Abram, just because I feel like a lot of people would see Mullen get beat a couple plays and truly just kill him. But yeah, I think Abram will have a better year if he's used correctly in the box. That's what I will say. Um, it's tough though. It's tough to because you're asking me two guys that have so much room for improvement, but also have two guys that have shown what they can do in areas when they're used correctly. So it's tough to judge that, man. It's really tough to judge that. Abram in the box can be lethal. I agree. I agree. And shout out to my guy Farrell. He says, salute. JC Jackson is coming. Raiders hashtag book it. Man, I would love for JC Jackson to be a Raider 110%. But when you ask me how much is he going to make, I start to love it a little less, but I would still love it nevertheless. Same scenario with Devontae. I would love for Devontae to be a Raider, but when you ask me about the bread he's gonna have to make, love it a little less. But at the end of the day, I still love it. Appreciate you again, Farrell. Was goody, bro? Love the content. One Nation. Hey, always One Nation. Always. And I appreciate you, man. What's good? Andy just pulled in, bro. What you guys talking about? We're talking about certain needs, certain team needs. We kind of already touched up a little bit on the cornerback position with Trayvon Mullen just a bit. I had began the topic of a right tackle, but it's a little bit up in the air, But what I did say for certain, I feel like the Raiders, there isn't many options in free agency at the defensive tackle position outside of Brandon Williams and Linval Joseph. But those are two vets that at this point of his career, they're like one injury away from being out for the season. But I feel like the defensive tackle position needs to be addressed in the first and second round of this year's draft. And the reason why I say that is because after the top three guys at the position, I feel like there is a big drop off. I feel like the drop off in talent at defensive tackle is very steep. I don't like it. I don't like Logan Hall. The more I watch John Ridgeway, I feel like his pad level just gets way too high later in the game. I don't like that. So, I really feel like you really have to either lock in on the three big names, and that's Jordan Davis, Perion Winfrey, and Travis Jones. You have to. You have to. And in my opinion, the biggest value, depending on where Perion Winfrey is, the biggest value out of all three of those guys is Travis Jones. Bring back Jefferson and Phylon. I definitely agree with Jefferson. Phylon's injury, I feel like, will be very, very tough to come back from. To be able to produce the same way he did this year. That's what I think. That's what I think. We need to remember that Waller was out a few weeks. We cannot put all our eggs in one basket. I'm sick of doing that. I agree. I agree. Um, how would you feel if we was to get a veteran left tackle and move Miller to right tackle? Depends on what veteran. There's some good veterans out there. There's the biggest name. There's Teron Armstead. Now, if you bring in Teron Armstead, you almost have to move Colton Miller to the right side. But at the same time, Colton Miller got drafted playing on the right side, so it's definitely something that he can do. But you already paid Colton Miller left tackle money, and you guys kind of might laugh at me when I say that because at the end of the day, it's an offensive tackle, but you pay left tackles more money. That's why Orlando Brown Jr. left the Baltimore Ravens. Is because you pay a left tackle more than you pay a right. Facts, for I don't see this new regime overpaying for a running back. They are a dime a dozen. Yes. Agreed. You do not look, man. I understand. I love Jacobs myself, and I know a lot of you guys do as well. But Josh Jacobs is extremely expendable. The running back position as a whole is extremely expendable. It's just really tough to pay a running back X amount of money for a position that gets hit a lot, for a position that is extremely reliant on the five guys in front of him, for a position that you can find as a undrafted player, plug him in, and in the right spot, he can do the same amount of work. It's really tough. It's really tough, man. Um, Miller is a top 10 left tackle. Facts, hands down. I agree. Love your content, Andy. Appreciate you, Stormtrooper. Appreciate you, my man. Do we still have Stills, or did someone poach him? Big John still signed a contract with the Kansas City Chiefs. He's with the Kansas City Chiefs. So yeah, that's the QB's blind side 90% of the time. That's why left tackles get the big bags. Yes, sir. Now, if we had a left-handed quarterback, it's different. We have a right-handed quarterback. Um, Exactly. So you were saying earlier that Devin Lloyd, Nakobe Dean, Chad Muma will be top three. They are, and the reason why Chad Muma, Nakobe Dean, and Devin Lloyd are the top three linebackers is because they're safer than a guy like Brian Asamoah. Chad Muma has a higher floor than Asamoah. Same with Nakobe Dean. Same with Devin Lloyd. I feel like Devin Lloyd and Brian Asamoah's ceilings are through the roof. They're really, really high. So I feel like Asamoah in the third round would be an absolutely big, big pickup for the simple fact that you pair him up with Patrick Graham. I feel like you can really, really um, get the most out of a guy like Brian Asamoah. Don't forget we have Trey Regis. We do, but that was a pickup that our last staff did. And at the same time that we were just talking about Josh Jacobs, it's a position that's very expendable. So he can leave today, and it wouldn't matter. It really wouldn't. Andy, would you like Lamar Miller as a backup? Is Lamar Miller the who was it? Was it the Rams? Was it the Rams backup quarterback? Sucks for the running backs. They get no bread and take so much punishment. Yeah, I agree. They do. Yo, Andy, it will be considered a large reach, but what do you think of Zion Johnson, offensive guard from Boston College? He's very versatile. Yes, so he can play the center position. He can play the guard position. Um, but are you asking me in the first round? I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't take a guard in the first 3 rounds. After that, go. Go for it. What's your honest take on offensive tackle Trevor Penning? Very, very good player. He's a left tackle, so you would have to move him. But Trevor Penning is a very, very good player. He's mean. He's nasty. I feel like if you would have him next to a veteran, I'm talking about like a veteran like Andrew Whitworth. Like if you had Andrew Whitworth on the same roster as Trevor Penning, Trevor Penning would be a freaking monster. But at the end of the day, Trevor Penning, he's very good when he gets his hands on you. Like there's tackles in the NFL and tackles in the draft that even when they're able to get their hands on the rusher first, they still lose. Trevor Penning does not lose in that situation. As a matter of fact, when he has you in that situation, 9 times out of 10, he's gonna make you look like a middle schooler, and he's gonna toss you and throw you into the dirt, laugh at you when you fall down. But what Trevor Penning is, he is beatable. He is very, very beatable, and it's kind of tough to ask a guy that, yeah, he has that nasty, he has that meanness that you want out of an offensive lineman, but you would have to switch his position, throw him in the fire, and put him against Joey Bosa's, Bradley Chubb's, every now and again when Chris Jones goes on the outside. So it's tough, but I wouldn't be mad. That's the thing. In this draft, there's a lot of talent that in this draft. I would not be mad if the Raiders went out and drafted. So, yeah. I low-key want Brandon Smith now. He's reckless a lot, but he won't be 21 until right before the draft. He's raw, but the athlete is not quite as fast. Brandon Smith, we're talking about the linebacker out of Penn State. I wouldn't mind him. Brandon Smith is a freaking beast. He's a beast. I think it's in the best interest to get a right tackle in free agency. I agree. We've talked a lot about Morgan Moses. I brought up the fact that the Jacksonville Jaguars have not yet placed the franchise tag on Cam Robinson. So if the Jacksonville Jaguars allow Cam Robinson to hit the free agent market, I would definitely take a look at him. I would definitely take a look at him. He's young, 26 years old. Definitely a change of scenery could help him. Definitely. Would you trade a fourth for Dameon Pierce, nose tackle from Baltimore? I've not done enough homework on him to be able to tell you that I'd trade a fourth for him. I would trade a fourth for a guy like Brandon Cooks, though. I would do that. Is drafting a linebacker that can cover effective off the edge, the team's biggest need in Graham's defensive scheme? Well, this is the thing. It's very, very tough to get a guy that can be effective off the edge and cover. Now, there's a couple guys like that. There's a couple freak athletes. Okay? You got Nakobe Dean. He can do it. But Nakobe Dean's more of an interior guy. You got a guy that's already in the league. You got Isaiah Simmons. He can do it. But it's tough, man, because you do need that in this scheme. We saw what's his name? Ojulari, Azeez Ojulari, with New York do it a lot this year. Like he did it a ton. So do I think that it's the team's biggest need? No. Because I feel like regardless of what our roster looks like come week 1, Patrick Graham will find a way to maximize the roster, regardless of who we have. But do I feel like that is in the best interest of the team to find a guy that can do that? Yes. And like I said, it's very hard to find a guy like that can do that. Now, there's, shout out to Graf and Scout earlier. He said that he felt like Nicholas Morrow could do that, and I just have to disagree. I really don't feel like Nicholas Morrow is that guy. I feel like Nicholas Morrow can't rush the passer. I feel like he's a good blitzer, but I feel like if you're asking Nicholas Morrow to rush the passer, you fail. Another thing is I feel like if you're looking to develop somebody to do something like that, it's in your best interest to have Malcolm Kuntz be that guy. Malcolm Kuntz is young enough. He can definitely rush the passer, and he doesn't have a lot of weight on him compared to a guy like Max Crosby. So if you asked him to drop into coverage, he most likely would have the more fluid hips out of all the guys on this team. So I would look into having a guy like Kuntz do that. Now, it sucks a little bit because you're asking a pass rusher to drop into coverage, but it is what needs to be done in certain situations with this scheme. So it is tough. Now would I have Malcolm Kuntz doing that? Would I have Malcolm Kuntz being that guy? I wouldn't mind it, but I would really have to know if from week one that's the team's plan. And Raider takeover, guess what? I couldn't agree with you more. I couldn't agree with you more. If there was a way, if there was a way for the Raiders to get rid of Yannick Ngakwe's contract via trade, I would use Yannick Ngakwe's money to go out and pay for Von Miller. I would do it. That's in the team's best interest right there. That's in the team's best interest. I agree. I agree. Shut down corner, linebacker, right tackle in free agency before a draft. You can get a corner. I don't like the linebackers in this free agency. And right tackle. I think you could definitely fill cornerback. I feel like you can fill receiver to an extent, where you don't have to get a receiver in the first round. But I feel like corner is a must, possibly safety, and yeah, I mean you could say right tackle depending on if Trent Brown is your guy, Morgan Moses, Cam Robinson if he doesn't get franchise tagged. So we'll see. We'll see. Um, how much money would we have if we released Littleton and quit in free agency? Well, it's best for the Raiders to do that in June. You'd make more money that way. But if you did it before, you'd make like $4.5–5 million. That's all you'd make. Laramie Tunsil, offensive tackle from Houston. Doc suggestions we trade for him. I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. And I understand he's a good player, but I just wouldn't do it. I'm not doing that. We have a lot of safeties on the rosters. Who do we have on the roster? We have Trayvon Merrick, and who else? Gillespie's a free. Levitt is a free agency. Free agent. It's already been said that Abram's going to take 60 to 70% of his snaps at the linebacker position. He's not a safety. You literally have two safeties on this roster: Gillespie and Merrick. I could be missing one, but you have Gillespie and Merrick. This is my thing. Gillespie went the entire season, and Ron Miles did not put him out on the field. Ron Miles is one of the most respected defensive backs coaches in this league. Ron Miles is a guy that probably should have gotten a defensive coordinator job last year. So why are we not putting him out on the field? He's not good enough. If you're putting Dallin Levitt above Tyree Gillespie, he's not good enough. Jonathan Abram is not a safety. Therefore, you have two guys. And if you look at free agency, you got safeties everywhere. You got Marcus May, you got Justin Reed, obviously Marcus Williams, Honey Badger. You got a bunch of options in free agency. Now, do I want us to get a Verone McKinley in the draft? Absolutely. Do I wish we can get a Verone, what's his name, a Kirby Joseph? Absolutely. But it's not really all that. Let's see. He is a rookie, so he might be able to take that jump. I would hope so, because I absolutely loved Tyree Gillespie coming into the draft. Nick Cross out of Maryland. Yes, EC. Justin Reed would be a great pickup. He absolutely would. Very, very young. Has a lot of years of experience in the league. Leaving Houston, I feel like, would be in his best interest. I don't see why not. Who would you honestly prefer? Who's overall better on the field? If you're asking me who's the better right tackle, Trent Brown is the better right tackle. Who would I prefer? Morgan Moses. I think we all know why. I think we all know why. Marcus May deserves it. He put in that work. Yeah, Marcus May, I mean, he got the franchise last year, so he got paid almost $11 million. He got a lot of money, but Marcus May is 28 years old, so he's right under that super expensive contract age where you really had to pay him. I think you can get off of paying him a 2 maybe 3 year deal, but yeah, you can get away with some stuff. Who knows if Brown is better? What he played 4 games the last 2 seasons combined? No, he played a good amount. Cheaper and better? Nah, man. We can't. I know we don't like Trent Brown, but we can't straight up just lie on his name like Trent Brown's not better. Trent Brown is better than Morgan Moses. I think many people, um, even our staff that almost killed him will tell you that. But cheaper for sure. Definitely cheaper. Definitely cheaper. Without a doubt. But yeah, man. I mean, we went through corner. We went through offensive tackle. We kind of talked about safety. And I feel like the most interesting one right now is finding a linebacker, whether it's free agency, whether it's draft, whether it's trade, that can kind of be that Jabril Peppers, that can kind of, which I think we have in Abram, but they can kind of be that Azeez Ojulari that can drop back into coverage, but also rush the passer at a high level. So it's kind of interesting. It's kind of interesting, and it's not an easy fix. Defensive tackle, we kind of touched on that. So I feel like it needs to be addressed in the draft, and it needs to be addressed in the first 2 rounds. There's a major drop off after Travis Jones. Major. Like I said, I honestly did like John Ridgeway. Shout out to Sultan Mir. He sold me a dream on John Ridgeway, but the more I watch John Ridgeway's film, man, his pad level just gets too high. It just gets too high. And with the guy that's, I think, standing over 6'4", you can't have that, because then you become really, really easy to move in that interior. But look, you got the Jordan Davis of the world, you got the Perion Winfreys, you got the Travis Jones. After that, there's a big drop off. I don't like them anymore. I don't. So you have to go out and get you in this draft. You have to get one of those 3 guys. You have to. What are we doing about fullback? I mean, you either re-sign Alec Ingold or you let him walk. I don't think it's that hard. Either Alec Ingold is gonna be on this roster, or McDaniels thinks that it's a waste of cap paying a fullback, because he doesn't really use one. Now he can try and figure something out for Alec Ingold to maybe play on the line of scrimmage more, play as a tight end, but at that point, just go draft a tight end. You know, what should we do with Simpson? Look for his replacement. Look for his replacement, or if, I mean, they really like him, then keep him, right? But me personally, since the get go, man, Cade Mays has been my guy. I really, really like Cade Mays. We know how big versatility is in this league, and we know how big, or how much better it is for offensive linemen, right? Now you look at Cade Mays; he's a guy that can play both guard positions. And last year, we were all, well, what are the Raiders going to do? Are the Raiders going to play a zone gap scheme, rushing the ball? Or are they going to play a power gap scheme, rushing the ball? Guess what? Cade Mays has done them both, and he has done them both pretty damn well. He played in Georgia, where they ran the zone gap scheme, I believe, and then he transferred to Tennessee, where they ran the power scheme. So he has experience in both. He can do them both. And if he's there in the 4th round, you have to turn your card in, unless there's some other big names like that shouldn't be there. But Cade Mays is a guy that I really, really do like watching. Um, I think that he can day one take over John Simpson's position and take his job. Should we go defensive tackle in the draft or free agency? Teen Raider, not sure if you were just in here, but it needs to be addressed in the first 2 rounds of this year's draft. Simple as that. Tight end situation, are we good there or do we need to investigate the position too to upgrade? I think we're good. I know a lot of people kind of this year fell off the Morrow hype train. In my opinion, I'm not one of those guys. I feel like Morrow is a good player. I feel like he needs to get more touches and I feel like he needs to be involved more. And I feel like this new system will definitely get him involved more. I don't think that tight end is a position of need at all. I feel like tight end is almost like the quarterback position. You don't need to touch that position. DT back to back. I wouldn't say that you go defensive tackle back to back because I feel like at that point you're losing value in the first guy that you took. Depending on who's the guy that's there next, but um, yeah, I mean, I would love to go defensive tackle in one of the first 2 rounds, whether it's Perion Winfrey in the first or whether it's Travis Jones in the second. But you have to get one of those guys. You have to. You absolutely have to. Perion Winfrey, he's going to be your guy. Possibly can enter the league and get 8 sacks at the defensive tackle position, if not more. Travis Jones, he'll probably enter the league. He'll push the pocket a lot, get a lot of plays for Max Crosby, push a lot of plays into Max Crosby and Yannick Ngakoue and Malcolm Kuntz and guys like that. But yeah, I mean, it all depends. You can go and get the Travis Jones. He'll probably get you 1, maybe 2 sacks in a year, but he'll push that center all the way into the lap of the quarterback. So, and he'll get those run stops that Perion Winfrey won't, but he won't get the sacks that Perion Winfrey would. So, it's either Perion in the first, Travis Jones in the second. That's how I see it. That's how I feel it. See it. Was good, Andy. Was good, James. AD says don't ever put Foster Moreau on Trey Hendrickson ever again. He's good. Yeah, I mean shout out to Greg Olson. I feel like that's the play that got you fired, my man. That was probably the dumbest play call you could have ever called in your life. Like, what the fuck was that? You're putting a 10+ sack guy 1-on-1 with a tight end? The fuck out of here, man. Should we go after Juju if the price is right? No, absolutely not. I'm not a fan of Juju, and I'm not saying that because of his TikTok stuff and his dancing stuff. I just don't like his play. He also is a guy that works predominantly out the slot. Yes, he's aggressive. Yes, he may be a decent run blocker and aggressive with the way that he runs with the ball, but you got Hunter Renfrow. And I feel like you don't want to mess with that. Unless it's Wan'Dale Robinson in the draft, then you go out and get Wan'Dale Robinson in the draft if he's there in the third. But no, I don't want Juju, man. I'm good off that. Do you think Alec Ingold coming back healthy, or do we get another fullback? I feel like if you want a fullback, then keep Alec Ingold. If you don't want a fullback, then let him test free agency. Jarrell Casey is my comp for Travis Jones. I know it might be a major reach, but the explosiveness and power just screams Jarrell Casey to me. I would agree on that, AD, but I simply just can't because Jarrell Casey can rush the passer. He can get the sacks. Travis Jones can't. He has close to zero pass rush ability. His pass rush is not there. But what is there is strength, size, pad level, and the ability to absolutely bully the man in front of him. But in terms of sacking the quarterback and bringing him to the ground, I just can't agree to a Jarrell Casey. Maybe explosiveness and maybe power, but I feel like the name Jarrell Casey holds a lot more weight when it comes to bringing quarterbacks down. Am I too late to ask if Derek Carr will be back? You're not too late, but where you are a little late is the fact that I said that. I ain't talking about DC this live, man. There's no point. There's no point. Son Smith is on the roster too. If they move on from Ingold, I think they sign. I don't think they sign anyone else. I agree with that, Redder Mike, but you have to look at it this way. I know it sounds weird, and I know a lot of you guys, maybe for some of you guys, it would be, it could still be news. But for Sutton Smith, the plan for Sutton Smith, I know he played fullback when Alec Ingold went down, but the plan for Sutton Smith is to go back and play his natural position, which is defensive end. Sutton Smith holds a lot of records at his school, or not a lot of records, but or he has a couple records at his school that he played with. But he's a guy that plays defense end. He's a guy that plays defense end. Brian Willis says, sorry, my bad. No, I just feel like in this live we want to touch up on different players and needs. Don't apologize, Brian Wood, but personally, I just feel like Derek Carr is probably the last, if not second to last person on this team that I feel like we should be talking about in a live show talking about team needs. I feel like there's no point in talking about him. Quarterback is not a need over corner, receiver, defensive tackle, offensive tackle, and that kind of stuff. Have you done any tape on tight end Greg Dulcich from UCLA? If not, definitely recommend watching this film. Would definitely give Foster a run for his money. Okay. I'm gonna have to look into that. Son Smith might play defense. Yeah, exactly. Dulcich is nice. I really like Rucker out of Ohio State too. Ohio State may have a lot of pass catchers coming out of this draft. I mean, you got Garrett Wilson, you got fuck's his name? Not Drake London. Whatever the fuck. Him. And then you could potentially have a tight end coming out in the draft. Backup quarterback is a need? Definitely. Definitely is a need. But I feel like at that point, just go out and draft to kill Glass. You feel me? Draft to kill Glass. He can run that read option. He can run that RPO. Do it. Draft to kill Glass late. Olave, there you go. Appreciate you. What about Ndamukong Suh and Gilmore at cornerback, Moses at right tackle, trade for Cooks in the next month? Listen, that would be absolutely amazing. That'd be absolutely amazing, man. If you can sign Ndamukong Suh, sign Stephon Gilmore, sign Morgan Moses, trade for Brandon Cooks, that'd be absolutely amazing. That'd be absolutely amazing. But at the same time, it'd be tough to do all that. It'd be tough to do all that stuff. Cam Newton, I would love Cam Newton. This is the thing though, ready to take over. Is Cam Newton a guy that can put his pride to the side and say, I'm going to play for the Las Vegas Raiders and back up Derek Carr? I would love Cam Newton, but do you think he could say those words? Do you think he can come into the building every single day knowing that he's Derek Carr's backup? Because if he can, bring him in. This offense he's definitely has plays in this offense. He would definitely have a big role in this offense, much like the role that Marcus Mariota had. I would love for it because I know the value that he would bring as a rusher. But guess what? Do I think that Cam Newton will say those words? Hell no. Do I think that Cam Newton will be able to be on a team without truly believing that he's the starter or wants to be the starter or is fighting to be the starter? No, I don't think so. But I would love for Cam Newton to be here. I would absolutely love it. I agree with you. That's up to Cam. Yeah, we're on the same page. Cam Newton would kill on 31 in the red zone? Absolutely, dog. Cam Newton is a big freaking dude. You know how hard it was to stop Marcus Mariota? Imagine adding another 2 inches to that height and 20, maybe even 30 more pounds to that. Come on, man. That's a monster. QB sneaks galore. Third and run galore. Red zone read option. It'd be amazing. But do I think that he'd be able to come to the Raiders and come into the building every day as a backup? I don't think that Cam Newton is really ready to acknowledge that's where he's at. I don't think so. How do I feel about Trent McDuffie at 22? You definitely acknowledge and look at it, but it depends. Is cornerback one of your top priorities after free agency, right? Is cornerback still a necessity? Did you already miss on the J.C. Jacksons, the Dante Jacksons, the Stephon Gilmores? Did you already miss on those guys? Because if you did, then yes. But if you did not, then no. No, Anthony. He'll just stay in Carolina if he's a backup. Yeah. Cam would be good in the red zone. Cam would be great in the red zone. He'd be great. My boy James was good. Sultan, shout out to Sultan in the chat, man. Hey, Sultan, we were just talking about John Ridgeway, right? And I was telling him how you sold me a dream on John Ridgeway. But, bro, the more I watch the film on your boy, dog, the less I like him. The less I like him. Yeah. I'd keep Mariota over Cam at this point. Me too, the nation. But the simple fact of the matter is Mariota could potentially get a starting gig, right? Mariota is younger. Mariota has put film up that is appealing to NFL teams. The fact that Cam Newton had what 7 interceptions to 4 passing touchdowns or whatever his stats were, that's not appealing. It's not. But I think that Marcus Mariota truly does have a shot to be the quarterback of the Washington football team. I think so. I'm with you, bro. Mullen's going to be nice. Yeah, bro. I feel like Mullen in this new system where they're going to play to his strengths. Absolutely. Absolutely. Dante Jackson got stupid hops. He does. And look, Andrew Booth Jr., if for whatever reason Andrew Booth Jr. is on the board at pick 22, I don't give a fuck about anybody else. Go draft Andrew Booth Jr., bro. It's ridiculous. This dude has receiver type ball skills. He high points the ball like a receiver. He is a playmaker. He is a hitter. But you would have to play him in like a zone-ish style spot. That's the only knock on him. But I would definitely look at Andrew Booth Jr. I was exaggerating a little bit on picking him, but yeah, I wouldn't be mad at it though, because that dude's a baller. He's a baller. Anthony Everett from Baltimore can be an underrated pickup. Definitely good for depth, but if we're talking about fulfilling a need, he wouldn't fulfill a need. I feel like we picked up a guy that can be depth. I think we keep forgetting that Cravon LeBlanc is still on this team. We just signed him, so he's depth. What's up, Andy? How's it going, bro? Shoot, we just having fun on here. My boy Wild Turkey. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you too, Anthony. Mariota going to go crazy. He's stupid hungry. He's gonna ball out here or elsewhere. Agreed. Shout out to my guy Pacey, man. He says, I think Gilmore is going to be one of our CBs next season. Coaching ties are very strong. I would say Hayward for the same reason, but 2 older vets. I say Casey Hayward is gone. I think Stephon Gilmore definitely should be looked at, not just because of the fact, like you said, heavy on Gilmore. Gilmore played in New England when Ziegler and McDaniels were there. Of course, McDaniels deals with the offense, but Ziegler dealt with the roster. And this last season, he was in Carolina with the Panthers, where Jason Simmons coached, where Frank Oakham coached. So, yes, you are not wrong, Pacey. The ties are very strong. Another Clemson guy, but he's a dog. He's a dog, man. I don't know how he plays corner. I don't know how he plays corner, man. The catch, the man at the catch point is ridiculous. He high points the ball like a receiver. I don't know how he plays corner, bro. Yeah, it's weird. If Anthony Everett is a starter, you have a bad problem at corner. I agree. Oh hell yeah, my bro is live. Shout out to my guy Jack Mitchell Trubisky backup. I wouldn't mind that. My bro, you got mad knowledge. Appreciate you enlightening. Hey, appreciate you, bro. But no problem. What about Pat Pete? Oh man, I feel like although he kind of revived himself. Same thing with Xavier Rhodes. Although he kind of revived himself, I feel like he's over that hill that Stephon Gilmore is not over yet. I feel like Stephon Gilmore is, let's say this is the hill. Stephon Gilmore is right here. This year, next year. Stephon Gilmore will be there in 2 seasons. But I feel like Peterson is already there. Yannick gets dealt to Indianapolis. Ooh, if you're able to do that, do it. If you're able to do it, do it. Who gets a bigger deal, J.C. Jackson or Carlton Davis? J.C. Jackson for sure. Carlton Davis, though, absolutely would love bringing him in. And he is a guy that's young, that'll be a part of the future of the Raiders organization. And Carlton Davis could definitely be opposite side of Trayvon Mullen. Definitely. Definitely. I miss the Raiders playing in that old, ugly, leaking water pipe stadium. Bro, Oakland Coliseum, bro. Unmatched. Unmatched. Unfreaking matched. I feel like Andrew Booth is going to be Trayvon Diggs, but they can actually cover. Yeah, I agree. Younger than Casey Hayward, too. Yeah, shout out to my guy Graf. Was good. Hey, bro. You already know. If you free, pull up. Salute Jack, salute Docs. Yes, sir. Josh Norman forced 8 fumbles this year. We need a vet. He talked that shit too. Look, bro, Josh Norman, this is the thing. He could suck ass in coverage, but he finds a way to come back. The motherfucker is like a what is that shit? What's the thing that never dies? Whatever. You know what I'm trying to say. That's Josh Norman. He finds his way back onto a team and he makes an impact. But he's not a starter. Because if you have him starting, you got a problem. But he can freaking cause havoc, and I like it. I wouldn't matter. I mean I wouldn't want that. But 8 fumbles is tight. You feel me? But nah, I wouldn't do that, bro. I wouldn't do that. He forced 8 fumbles, but also got fried and over 18 times. Josh Norman ass now 100% a roach. He's a roach. That little man, he's a roach. The street hot dogs outside the Raiders Stadium, Oakland Fire. Yes, bro. Yes. Pickens ran a 4.87 out of high school, and he's coming off an ACL injury. He's a dog, but the medical is a concern. 4.87 out of high school is fast for a high schooler. I would definitely want to see what he can run. I don't think he won't be able to run in the combine, right? You see, he's nowhere near fully healthy, so I don't think he'll be able to run. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Norman gets in your head. That's the thing, bro. Whenever I play sports, uh, nothing got in my head. If anything, I was the one doing that shit, but nothing ever got in my head. But I can understand why Josh Norman. There's one thing though. Josh Norman was annoying. Like people that can find a way to be annoying, that shit might get in your head a little bit. It might frustrate you. But Josh Norman's he's fucking annoying. What do you think about Pickens in the second round? Um, I wouldn't go for it just because I feel like there's this draft class is super deep. Um, but I don't know. I mean, I've really been sold on a couple guys this offseason. Christian Watson is somebody that I really began to enjoy watching and starting to like the thought of him being in the silver and black. He's definitely a guy that could be there. Um, Maybe in the third. I don't think so. He'll probably be a second round guy. But um I wouldn't go Pickens in the second round. I wouldn't. Do I know anything about Braxton Berrios? Another name. That's about it. Andy, I know I said this last time, but you got to check out Tyler. I don't even know how to say that. From BYU, linebacker converted to running back. Dude would be a steal in the later rounds. Well, in high school, that's what you do. If you're a linebacker, you're a running back. If you're a running back, you're a linebacker. But that's interesting that he actually did that. He actually converted in college. That's interesting. How much you think Justin Reed is going to want to get paid? Well, it's tough, man. Let me see. Let me see. I don't know, man. I really don't know. Let me see. Spot track. I don't know. I really don't know how much he's gonna want to get paid, but he deserves some bread. You know, definitely over what he's making right now. Free. Definitely over what he's making right now. Um, I no Justin Reed from Houston, free safety, free safety. Um, Prediction on if Devontae Adams gets tagged on March 8th. I don't think so. I think that what the GM said the other day was really telling, and I actually think that they're going to be stupid enough to let him test free agency. And if they do that, well, please, please do that dumbass shit. Please do that dumbass shit. Please, I'm begging you. The safeties. Let's see. Safeties. Where's Justin Reed at? He should be down here. Justin Reed should be down here. I mean, Malik Hooker. I wouldn't even be mad at Malik Hooker. Malik Hooker only will be 26. I'm surprised that Dallas got him on such a cheap deal. We all wanted. I really wanted Malik Hooker last year. So he made a mill last year. He made a mill last year. I think. Well, do they have his market value? Let me see. Let me see what they think he'll make. Oh, they don't. They don't have a market value on him, but it is what it is. That's tough. 4 mil range. He's been at the 1.52. I think Reed. Yeah, Reed. I would love Reed. Uh, did I know none of you guys watched Dallas this year, but did if if any of you guys did catch any Dallas games, did you guys find Malik Hooker on the field popping up or anything like that? Malik Hooker was definitely a player that I really wanted us to look at in the offseason last year. Um, did Malik Hooker have a good season? Did Malik Hooker have a good season? Or don't they have the stats here? Malik Hooker. If they let him test free agency, it's a wrap? Yes, I agree. If they let him test free agency, they're absolutely fucking stupid. Bro, Hooker played great in a limited role. Yeah, man, I would love it, bro. I would love it. He was rotational. Really? Wow, Dallas is fucking stupid. How much money would Waller's jersey make if he changed his number to Baller? A lot. He was rotational. Yeah, that's crazy. I feel like him coming from Indianapolis, where they run that split safety scheme, I think he'd do very, very good in this. Hooker, Curse, and Kazee. Didn't Kazee play more of a linebacker role for him though? Andy kick on statistics, it will show you. Perfect. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. 44 tackles for Dallas is second, almost his career. Not, it's up there with his career high. Um, One interception. I wouldn't mind that, bro. Bring in Malik Hooker, but he's a guy that's also You know, he has a lot of NFL experience, 5 seasons in the NFL. He's only going to be 26. Um, but the thing is with Malik Hooker, he does have that injury history. He does have that injury history. So a little tough on that one. He does have that injury history, so it's a little tough. Hooker was a dog coming out of Ohio State. Yeah, he was a baller. He was a baller. Hooker wasn't seen as much as a good thing like Merrick. Yeah, I think we can get Cordell Patterson back to play running back and receiver again. I wish. He would do wonders in this scheme, bro. Imagine Cordell Patterson running screens and smoke screens and all that shit. Oh my god. Kick return, that would be amazing, but nah, I think he has a big market over there where he's at. Why do people talk about cap? I'm no capologist, but there is no Raiders excuse when KC, Mahomes, 500 mil, Kelsey, Hill, Ford, Honey Badger, and the Rams can sign superstars. Well, here's the thing: the Rams are negative 21 mil in cap space. Mahomes restructured. On top of that, his contract didn't kick into this year, and on top of that, Honey Badger is a free agent, and they won't be able to bring him back. Ford, I think, is also gone. Or wait, no, that's Ford. Yeah, I think Ford is gone as well. Kelsey and Hill, I agree, but Mahomes 500 mil is because it's through 11 season and it's not kicking in until next year. But I agree, though. I agree. We should be able to make this shit work and get into that Super Bowl. I agree. Shout out to my guy Jack. He says, "Bro, you beat wasted in mock draft. Want to see you and Scout. Scout had a good one on Docs channel tonight. Ding ding, championship heavyweight title." Man, Scout's my guy, man. I wouldn't want to embarrass him like that. No, I'm playing. Andy, your first fix on defense? Cornerback. Go out and get Stephon Gilmore. Go out and get Stephon Gilmore. They got to pay Hill next offseason. They will be in cap trouble for the next couple years. I agree. Raider Paul says, Andy, was good with you, Paul. Was good. But yes, bro, that profile picture is fire, by the way, bro. RN, Red Nation for Life 707. Andy, yeah, my first fix on defense would definitely be cornerback position. See, your profile picture is not like this, but you know we got the Raiders shield with the Mexican eagle on there, so that's dope. Canelo better than Chavez, bro. Chavez, nah, man, he did some wild shit, bro. That'd be nice. Yeah, that'd be crazy, bro. Look, I can't see the Raiders' gloves, Andy. You can see one. You can see this one. Floyd Spank Canelo. Yeah, okay. I can't see. Yeah. How's it going, Andy? Hey, bro, we chilling, Hector. Look, one thing I wanted to do, because I know a lot of you guys have been asking what the 3-4 and 4-3 and all this kind of stuff. So look, let me pull this up really quick. So when the Raiders are in their base 3-4 on an even front, on a very, very even front, this is what it'll look like. So this is what the 3-4 is. You got your left defensive end. You got your right defensive. Oh, hold on. Let me go down here. You got your right defensive end. You got your nose tackle. So you need a Travis Jones or a Jordan Davis or somebody here that can be mean. Somebody that could be mean right here. Then you also, obviously, you got your Max. You got probably Cleveland Farrell right here, a run stopper. Or if you draft Perion Winfrey, you could put Perion Winfrey here. Then Yannick will have to be standing up. You got your outside linebackers. So essentially, your interior linebackers will still be DP and Diablo. Your outside linebacker, depending on the strong side of the field. So on this play right here, your tight end is on your right. So your strong side of the field would be strong right. For the defense, it'd be strong left. But then Yannick Ngakoue would be here. Abram would be back here playing the weak side. But yeah, that's essentially what it would look like. This is your 3-4. The highlighted is all linebackers. All this stuff right here that's highlighted is all linebackers. Can we save money by cutting Furrow? No. You wouldn't save or lose money though. So if you cut him, it would just be cutting him, but you wouldn't make any money. But you see here on the outside, you can have this would be Stephon Gilmore. This would be your wide receiver 1. This would be your wide receiver 2. This would be Trayvon Merrick. And this is why I feel like we need to get another safety. Yeah, you can save by trading him, but cutting him, no. It's a team though. What team is going to want to take his contract on? I feel like we can use him. Furrow was done so dirty, man. He's going to eat this season. I would love to see Furrow do some damage. My guy Jack, he said, "Don't forget, Andy. Forget the glove versus the laundry basket." Oh man, that was funny. That was funny, man. That was some good funny times. Appreciate you, man. Mr. Marty was good. Mr. Marty Mart, what's up? He said, finally subscribed. Hey, glad you made it. Welcome. Hey, bro, we are closing in for a man. If you guys are new, man, please hit that subscribe button. We do a lot of stuff like this, man, and most of the time we try to do it with guests. So it'd be perfect. It'd be perfect, man. Raider Champion says package Furrow for a Cooks trade. I would do it. Strong safety Jonathan Abram? Nah. Jonathan Abram would have to play a weak side linebacker. He'd have to play as a weak side linebacker because this is the thing. So look, real quick. Let's say we're facing a team like Cleveland, right? That's going to do a power gap scheme. They're going to try and move everybody over. If this is Jonathan Abram, he has enough speed to come from here and chase the play on the backside. So you want Abram to be your weak side linebacker. You want him to be your will. Obviously, Denzel Perryman will come in and take these gaps. Diablo will take this gap, all that kind of stuff. But look, this is essentially what your base would look like with Graham. Obviously, he switches it up a lot. But, bro, like you want to do a lot of this stuff, bro. You want to do a lot of this stuff. Strong safety, yeah. If not 3 mocks to decide, hold on. Furrow was in 2 bad schemes for him. He's going to eat in this new system. I hope so, man, because if he does eat in this new system, I feel like it wouldn't be too expensive to bring him back. So I hope he would. I hope he would do good in the system. Andy Scout said that Yannick, even though he only has 1 year left of his deal, he has a restructured clause, so he could be restructured to lower his cap hit. I would love to see and maybe even ask Scout a little bit more about that before I talk about it because I'm not 100% on it. But if that is true and he does have some details in his contract where it does allow him to get restructured, I'd be all for it. It just depends if he's for it, you know. Mayock said Malcolm Kuntz is coming. Is coming. So if we ball out next year, we gotta remember MM. What? Oh, Mike Mayock. Josh McDaniels used a fullback a lot this last year. Jacob Johnson played an average 29 snaps a game through 17 games last year. Marzell Simmons, you win comment of the live. You win the comment of the day. I didn't know that he used the fullback that much. And with that being said, I feel like he should absolutely be ecstatic that he has a guy in Alec Ingold as a restricted free agent that can really only conversate and talk with the Raiders on a potential cheap deal to bring back. I would love it, bro. I did not know that he used a fullback that much. Huh. You win this shit. Matter of fact, you know what? You know what? Wasted. If you're in this motherfucker, because we talked about this, wasted. If you're still in here, look at that. Ingold is back. My guy Walk says Yannick overpursues the rush. He can't stop the run. Yes, this is the thing. I feel like Yannick has a really hard time um, registering whether it's a run or a pass. I feel like he has a really hard time with that. Or diagnosing whether it's a run or a pass. I feel like Yannick Ngakoue, he runs upfield with the intensity of getting to the quarterback every play, which is good. It allows him to get 10 sacks, but at the same time, it leaves big gaps. It allows the offensive tackle to ride him off into the sunset, take him out for a dance, and leaves a big hole. It doesn't matter. I think I said this the other day, man. Um, I mean, if you if you're an offensive lineman, personally, I would love to run block against Yannick. I would love to. Agree with you, Andy. Our biggest need on defense is corner at least two in the O line wide receiver. So we already got one. Remember, we already got LeBlanc. But I would definitely love to get Gilmore, man. Gilmore is my guy. I feel like we need Gilmore. That shouldn't be Yannick's job, though. Set the edge, yeah, but we really need to have talent to be getting rid of Yannick. I agree. But for us to say that it's not his job is false. He's part of that front four. He's part of that front seven. He's been in the league for too many years now. He's been on too many different teams to not understand that being a defensive end, that's part of your game. That's part of your game. You have to do that. You have to do that. I keep trying to tell folks that McDaniels doesn't run that 12 personnel. That was O'Brien. McDaniels ran 12 personnel, the seventh fewest snaps last year. He runs a lot of 11, though. Travis Jones will make Yannick a top 5 pass rusher. I mean, I would agree with that. Top 5 pass rusher, I wouldn't agree with that because there's a lot of great pass rushers in this league. But Travis Jones will definitely eat double teams. Travis Jones will allow big plays to be made by Max and Yannick. Travis Jones would push the pocket, meaning that the quarterback a lot of the times will fall into the laps of Max and Yannick. So yes, I agree. Travis Jones, man, go get him. Go get him. And I understand there's maybe a bigger need at receiver, linebacker, whatever the hell, but if Perrion's there in the first, get Perrion. If Travis Jones in the second, get Travis Jones. You got your interior of the future. Why not? Why not? LeBlanc has a great chance of not being lost one. Yeah, you're lying. You're not lying. You're not lying at all. You're not lying at all. But yeah, this is the thing. You think Renfro would disagree with Josh McDaniels' plan like he did with Voldemort? No, I don't think that Renfro would disagree with anything anybody in the league ever does. You know why? I feel like Renfro's a goody two shoes. I feel like Renfro doesn't really speak his opinion. You know, I feel like I don't know. I could be just fucking lying though. Lying out my ass. Yannick's specialty is a strip sack. That's what he does best in a pass heavy league. Yeah, Renfro is a yes man. I was gonna say that, but I feel like yes man is the wrong term. But at the same time, I feel like it's probably the best way to describe it. But it's not bad. I mean, if you have a guy that is willing to agree, that is willing to learn and willing to see the best in everything, it's not bad. Not bad. Gruden leaving was the best thing to happen in Renfro. I think Gruden leaving doesn't really affect Renfro, good or bad. Of course, Renfro does what he asks. We need more of that. I agree. I agree. Better than having Antonio Brown without a freaking doubt. Without a freaking doubt, my man. without a freaking doubt. Now Ruggs and Gruden. All right, we're not bringing that topic up. That shit's sad, bro. Is there even an update on Ruggs, man? Like, damn, bro, that shit's sad. If Yannick doesn't get his jump chop pass rush move, he gets manhandled and taken up the field. What I don't like about Yannick is that it's like he's gone away from most of his pass rush moves, and he's kind of allowed that to be his main weapon in his arsenal, and I don't like that. Just saw Aaron Rodgers is retiring and will be announced in the next few days. Have you heard anything about this? The most I heard about Aaron Rodgers was, that long IG message that he dropped on his that he posted on his Instagram. Kind of, it looked like it was hinting to him, but nah, man, I didn't hear the fact that he is retiring. I did not hear that. No. Miss Ruggs, yeah, it's kind of tough, bro. Look, I saw like one or two of you guys in the chat asking about after I put the little picture of what the defense would look like. Um, Look, the nickel defense. This is the nickel defense. I'm gonna pull it up right now. God damn, when a motherfucker actually got it, what the fuck? Why they try to make this thing look so like? Hold on, man. I gotta find this because they're trying to. There we go. Trying to make it look so freaking complicated, dog. No. Oh, that was the perfect one. Damn. Damn, that was the perfect one. That was the perfect one, bro. Damn. Mikel Roby Coleman. Um, let's see. PSA Jameson Williams is not Henry Ruggs. I really hope that we pass on him. I've never seen that guy catch a contested ball. I would agree with that. Jamo does not have that, but at the same time, if we're worried about a guy that can catch contested passes, well, then you should really look um into trying to maximize the most out of a guy like I was about to say fucking what's his face? Brandon Parker. I meant I meant Brian Edwards. God damn, that was funny. I said Brandon Parker. Boy, what the fuck? But look, hold on. Look, I'm about to pull it up. He might be 30 by then, but nah, bro. Um let's see. Look, look. For those of you guys who want to see the nickel, this is what the nickel would look like, okay? This is what the nickel would look like. When we're in our base, this is what the nickel would look like. I don't know what all these names are here for, but all right. This outside corner over here, Taylor, this guy, that would be your outside corners. This slot guy, that would be your Nate Hobbs. This would be your Trayvon Merrick. You would have Yannick, Max, probably um, Quentin Jefferson on pass downs, and then if you brought in a Perion Winfrey, you could do that. Oh, this is the Browns defense. Oh well, fuck the Browns. Oh yeah, I see Myles Garrett, Jabril Peppers. Yeah, you're right. McCourty played for the Browns this season. Oh, a few years back. Okay, but yeah. So this is what your nickel would look like. So this is where Nate Hobbs would be. Nate Hobbs wouldn't be in the base. Um, what is another good mock draft site other than PFF? PFN, Pro Football Network. Um, that's a good one. But yeah, where would Abram be? Abram wouldn't be in. Abram wouldn't be in on this defense. This is the nickel. So you would have Abram. Yeah, Abram would be out. You would have your let's say Gillespie at strong and Merrick here. Abram would be out. A-Rod retiring is fucking false. Yeah, I didn't see much about that, bro. You can teach God. You can't teach God-given talent, but you can waste it. I agree. I agree. You sure as hell can. You can waste that shit in a heartbeat. You can waste that shit in a heartbeat. But let me take that down. But yeah, Ogunjobi playing Cincinnati. Yeah. Then oh man, Brandon Parker's gonna be gone to another team. Brandon Parker's a scrub. The Draft Network. Yeah, that's what I said. The Draft the Draft Network. Oh, I remember them. They did pretty good like 2 years ago in 2019. Um, but yeah, they kind of got swept under the rug. You want Ogunjobi here, champion? Oh, shout out to my guy Raider Champion. We had a lot of people in here. We had Raider Alex in here. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe to Raider Alex. Really, really good Raider content creator. Same goes to SC Experience. He was in here. Get my dog SC more subs, man. He deserves it. He been putting in that boy putting in work, man. Late early morning, late night live. He be doing that shit like dirty, bro. Like, bro, subscribe to them. And then of course you got Reddit Champion. I've been watching his videos before I even made my own channel. So check out Reddit Champion, dog, for sure. Is that an Oakland A's hat? Absolutely. Absolutely. Scout used Draft Network over PFF. I didn't know that. Scout said Draft Network is better than PFN. What is it called? The Draft Network? Hold on, let me put it right here. Appreciate Andy. Hey, no problem, brother. The Draft Network mock draft. A's going to Vegas next. I hope not, bruh. Damn, I'm tired of these motherfuckers going to Vegas, dog. Respectfully, I know our favorite team playing Vegas, but fuck Vegas, dog. I hate Vegas. We need to get as many weapons as possible. We got exposed as soon as Waller went out, just like the Bucks did losing Godwin. Exposed is an interesting word. I'm trying to pull up the Draft Network. I'm trying to pull it up that one to do a mock draft with y'all on there. But I don't know. Shit tweaking. Realistically, do you think our coaches? What do you think our chances are of getting Devontae Adams? I think they are better than every team in the league. Manual, normal. Bro, that shit is tweaking, bro. I think we have the best chance in the league just because of the quarterback position. Alone, bro. This dog, y'all hear this dog? It's annoying me, bro. Keeps shaking. Like, bro, chill out, bro. Chill out, bro. Yeah, they're proposing a baseball stadium in Vegas. God damn, man. Yo, what's good? What's good, Port City? What's up with you, my man? What's good with you, my guy? SC, aka the kid is grinding. Bro, SC is older than me, bro. That man is older than me. Come on, man. Realistically, yeah. We need to get as many weapons. I just wouldn't say that we got exposed, though. Got Leal in the first round, but another brother said he's overrated. He's not overrated. Baseball in the summer in Vegas. What's my dog's name? Rusty, bruh. His name is Rusty. Little rust bucket. Watch out, bruh. Oh my God! Here he go with his little shaking. No, shut up. Dome stadium, bro. A dome baseball stadium, is that even a thing? Look, man, I'm gonna pull up this draft network if it works. Does it only have one round? Bruh. Where do you have the Raiders ranked in the AFC West 2022? It's tough, man. I think the Raiders are number 2, man. I think the Raiders are number 2. It's hard. All right. We on the board. Sleeper free agents. Justin Reed. Marcus May. Marcus May is a sleeper in my position, so I don't want to hear none of that. Cam Robinson. Any wide receiver? Chark. DJ Chark. Who else? Little sleepers. Dante Jackson, I don't think is talked about enough. Who else? Oh shit. This ranking is a little bit different. Garrett Wilson is on the board. Just to be different. Why is this shit? Oh yeah, I can't because the border. All right. Jamo's here. Garrett Wilson's here. Devontae Wyatt's here. Look. Oh, what the? Devin Lloyd. Wait. Just to be different, I'm going to draft Perion Winfrey. Just to be different. You know me, I would love to trade, but I'm going to draft Perion Winfrey, okay? Just to be different. Deontay Johnson's going to get a big contract. You think so? Lloyd or Wilson? I said just to be different, I'm going to get Winfrey, bro. Lloyd would be the pick? Yes. Lloyd would be the pick. But just to be different, okay? Don't kill me. That's not actually what I want to do. Where do they have Travis Jones on this? At 56. David Bell is there. Kenneth Walker, Christian Harris. Travis Jones went to the Chargers. That would be fucking spooky. I'm not even gonna lie to you. Linebacker. Chad Muma is I mess with the draft network, dog. They got they got Muma behind Asamoah. You feel me? We getting Asamoah, man. If a top wide receiver and Dean/Lloyd is on the board, who do you take? Devin Lloyd is who I would take. This receiver class is too heavy to take a freaking receiver over a Devin Lloyd. Absolutely would be stupid. Oh, how do I go back to safety? No. All right. Oh shit! I don't have a receiver yet. Jalen Tolbert is here. Yeah, we got to draft Jalen Tolbert. Or who else is here? Khalil Shakir. Bro, I wish Watson was here in the third. Jalen Tolbert, South Alabama, must be done. Must be done. Tolbert or more. Tolbert, my man. Tolbert. Quay Walker from Georgia still here? Who else? JoJo DeMan. Troy Anderson. Alec Lindstrom? Okay. See, I don't really... You guys are telling me the draft network. Bro, if Alex Lindstrom is fucking here in the 4th round, holy shit. Alec. Oh, he went to freaking Falcons. Damn. Damn. Damn, bro. Brandon Smith at 117? Ooh. Corner. Ooh. Josh. How do you guys feel about Josh? Job. How y'all feel about him? Look at that. Josh Joby was a 4-star recruit coming out of Chester Academy, highly rated player, number 1 ranked recruit out of Connecticut. According to, I think we need a corner. You know, you want another guy. How old is he? 1998. Should be 24. Hell nah. Hold on. Is Cade Mays here? Yes. He sure is. Cade Mays, my dog. Yeah, he's old, Omar. That's what I'm saying. Man. He's only old and Josh Joby still there? Oh, he just went off the board. Is Moomas this year's Zaven Collins? No. Zaven Collins is able to rush the passer at an elite level. Muma is a different player. In my opinion. Completely different player. Safety. Oh, wow. What? Yo. This is a very, very, very incorrect. This is extremely incorrect. Verone McKinley. What the fuck? Verone McKinley here? Oh yeah, this shit's fucking trash. Bro, I will never do a mock draft on the draft network ever again. What about Kanai Muanga? Is he here? Maunga. Or how the fuck you say his name? He should have been gone in the 3rd. Facts. My dog said cornerback. All right, let's check cornerbacks out. I don't like any of these corners, bro. I'm gonna look at running back. I don't like any of those cornerbacks. Bro, that's a steal. I'm trying to tell you, bro. I'm the GOAT at this shit. Oh, Pierre Strong? Drafted. Drafted. Bro, let me find out, bro. What the fuck? This shit is ass. Now I know why. Bro, now I know why my dog Scout was using this. Because he can give Verone McKinley's in round freaking 50. What? Bro, let me find out Abraham Lucas is on the board. Offensive tackle. Where's interior offensive line? Hold on, what'd he say? Don't make me get wasted with the mocks? Bro, wasted is respectfully. Whoa, Myron Cunningham is here. Please, please don't get selected. Please, 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 please don't get selected. Myron Cunningham, bro. What is this draft? Yeah, I'm going Myron Cunningham, bro. I'm going Myron Cunningham. Please be there. Please, 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 please. Yes. This right here is the draft of the century. Bro, wasted. Come on, man. It's my dog, but bro, wasted. Come on, man. He knows. He knows. He knows what happened, bro. We know what happened. Omar, you know what happened, dog. Myron Cunningham is another guy that should be gone in the third round. Their rankings are a joke for sure. Rated champion. For sure. Just check out this freaking draft, son. What? No way. No way. Finalizing your draft. What does this mean? Are they going to try and give me a grade or something like that? Bro, I don't care about these other teams. Bro, get out. This is amazing. Bruh. Look at this draft, bro. Perrion Winfrey, Brian Asamoah, Jalen Tolbert, Cade Mays, Verone McKinley in the fourth. No, that's the fifth round. Verone McKinley in the fifth round. Pierre Strong Jr. in the fifth round. Myron Cunningham in the seventh. Bro. It's up, bro. It's up. It's up, bro. But look, listen, y'all. We've been on here for an hour 45, man. I pulled up the second I got home from work, got this set up, and I loaded it up for you guys, man. I appreciate y'all for pulling in. I'm gonna head out for the night though, y'all. I hope everybody has a fun time. I hope everybody enjoyed. Like I said earlier, man, closing in on 4,000 subscribers. I couldn't thank y'all enough, man. And if you guys are new and you guys enjoy the content, enjoy Redder content, want Redder news when there is Redder news, I bring it out as quick as possible for you guys, as quickly as I can, you feel me? And then I always give my thoughts and opinions. And like I said, we try to do a lot of this stuff with guests. I try and bring on, Graph, Wasted, Hammer, whoever wants to pull up. Sometimes, occasionally, you guys. We have Phil from the Unfiltered Truth the other day. We had Redder Gay. We had a whole lot of people, man. So please, if you can and you like the Redder content, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. But Redder Nation, like I always say, stay safe, enjoy your night, take care. Till next time, man.